Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is currently pouring, so we're just sitting in the car. I have to take the boys to physical therapy in Osceola pretty soon. So I'm kind of just waiting for the rain to let up. Obviously, if it's still pouring in the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna have to drive through it and deal with it. But yep, that's what we're doing today. And then after therapy, we have to go pick up my oldest. And then we're gonna come back home, start dinner, and wait for the guy to come back and finish working on our bathroom. We got all of the old tile ripped out of the bathroom, and they're putting in like all new stuff. So it looks really nice. He just has to finish up some stuff. But as far as wedding planning is going, it's going great. We already booked the hotel. I talked in my previous video about like I got the dress already. I found my shoes. I haven't bought them yet, but I did find them, so I just have to order them when I get paid this week. We purchased bands yesterday, so that was fun. It was kind of like, it was almost like a date because we haven't been on a date in over a month. Like we try to go once a month, and it's been a while. And so after church yesterday, my grandma came and sat with the boys, and then we went out to the mall. We got lunch in the food court, and then we picked out the bands. And then after we bought the bands, we went into Macy's so he could find an outfit to wear for the wedding. So it was just like, we had like a couple hours just to have fun and do like fun stuff together. Like a lot of people are like, ugh, spending money, that's not fun. Well, for us, you know, this marriage is important. It's not so much the wedding it's not so much the wedding aspect, it's us being married, being committed to each other for the rest of our lives. That's what's important to us. So I think that's why we're just so excited. And I love that I'm marrying someone who knows what needs to be, you know, paid for, and he is okay with that. Like he really hasn't complained about the cost of anything. He's really good about like money and stuff. Like he's not, you know, and I love that about him. I love that we're able to just figure out what needs to be paid for, what needs to be done, and then we can do it together without it being like, we're spending more money. Like we don't look at it that way. We look at it as we're paying for something that we're gonna remember for the rest of our lives, you know? Like getting married, being married, it's like, it's a big deal. So we did that yesterday. He didn't actually buy an outfit just because he spent a lot of money yesterday. And as you know, with debit cards, they have a limit. My debit card has a limit. I can't spend over, I don't know how much money, but I can't spend over a certain amount in a day. And I have before. Actually, when I bought this car, I had to get it approved by my credit union because they wouldn't process the transaction because it was so much money. So he wasn't able to get the outfit yesterday because he was going to go over and it was going to lock his card out or whatever it was going to do. And so we went into Macy's. I looked at some shoes and some purses just because I was looking at purses. And we went back to the men's and he was looking at outfits. He did find something that he would wear. He found something that he was like, yeah, I would definitely wear this. And it wasn't very much money either. He just said, he's like, I'll have to come back on Friday, since we both get paid on Thursday and then I work Friday. So he's gonna have to come back Friday, after I get off work and then get his outfit. So, you know, it's coming along, and I'm gonna go ahead and start driving because I didn't realize what time it was. But yeah, everything's coming along. And I guess just the reason, you know, we're putting this much thought into everything, and like the reason we are spending the money for everything is just just in case we don't have the big wedding, just to say that we had at least, you know, a nice wedding, even if we aren't able to have the big one that we both want. So it is coming along. And then we've also just been talking about like finances. Like, I guess this is just gonna be like a marriage and wedding vlog. I know my last one was a marriage and wedding vlog, but the next couple videos are just gonna be about the wedding. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna put it out there. That's what it's gonna be about, is the wedding. And just, we've been talking very heavily about like finances and seeing each other as equals, you know, just lots of very heavy things. Like, and money and finances is actually a very touchy subject for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to talk about money and spending and things like that. But with him, he's like, you know how much I make. I know how much you make. He's like, I know that I'm the one that brings in the majority of the money every week, so I'm the provider. He's like, I love that you're even able to work at all to pay half the rent. He's like, I love that we were able to work it out with our schedule so that you can work too. But he told me not to feel like I have to work to help. He's like, don't feel like you have to help. He said, he's like, I want to be the provider for everyone. So he's told me many times that I don't have to work. He's like, you don't have to work if you don't want to. And that's the thing though. I love being at home with my kids, but I can't be a stay-at-home mom. At least not right now. I'm only 24. I'm still really young. And I love being at home with my kids, but once I reach day 3 and 4 at home with them, I'm just so ready for some adult interaction. Besides with my fiance, like, my friends can very rarely, you know, meet up with me, and I can rarely meet up with them. Sometimes they come over, but the days are far and few, especially since a lot of my friends are moms too. It's super hard to get that time together where we can, like, you know, do stuff. And so I'm like, I have to go to work. I have to be out of the house. I have to be talking to people. Like, I have to work for my own personal reasons. And not only that, but I also have personal bills too. Like, I have a phone bill, I have my car insurance, I have my health insurance, I have my car payment. And I don't expect my fiance to have to pay any of that stuff, you know. That's stuff that I had before I even got with him, excluding this car, but like all of like my personal bills, I've always had those things. And so I don't ever expect him to have to pay for, you know, stuff that's my responsibility. So that's another reason I wanted to go back to work, just so that I would be able to pay my own personal bills, and then also have some money to contribute to the house too, because I just don't want it all to fall on his shoulders. That's just too much for one person. I mean, I know a lot of guys see themselves as like the providers and feel like they have to pay everything and do everything, but that's not true. You know, we women can work too. We women can, you know, we can pull our own weight around, and I definitely feel like I am, because I only work part-time, but then when I'm also at home with the kids during the week, and I cook and I clean and I do all the driving to physical therapy, I do all the grocery shopping, like all of the not so fun stuff. I do all of that. So yeah. I totally forgot where I was going with what I was just saying. But yeah, so just finances was like the most important thing, like we really wanted to discuss before we decided to get married. We were like, we really just want to sit down and say, okay, this is what this person makes, this is what this person makes, this is how the bills are going to be broken up, which we already, like I said, we already live together, so we already have the bills broken up. We already have a lot of the finance stuff figured out because we're already living together. But I know for a lot of people that get married, they aren't necessarily living together first. So that's something that has to be, you know, discussed and talked about. A lot of people also don't necessarily have kids either. So for us, it's like we kind of went out of order, but I would not have it any other way. I love my family, and I love that we're finally going to actually like be a family. So it's just the best thing ever. Like it really is just the best thing ever. Not for everybody, but for us personally, we're just excited for this next step. And I think I talked about it a little bit in possibly the last video, but we talked about like what we want to do after we get married on Friday the 16th. And we decided that we're going to get a hotel room in Chicago and stay overnight in a hotel. So I just think that's going to be really, really fun. I told him that we could walk on Navy Pier. I told him there's like all kinds of things we could do. Sorry, the camera is like there. But yeah, I told him there's like all different kinds of things we can do to kind of celebrate our marriage together. Sorry, I was looking for my chapstick, you guys. But I don't know if anyone has been to Chicago. I mean, I've been, but if anyone's been to Chicago and they have like really like sweet, like romantic things that they've done with their significant other, like comment below, like tell me. Because other than walking on Navy Pier and going on the Ferris wheel and maybe going out for like a nice dinner, I can't really think of anything that we could do. I mean, I know there's so much to do in Chicago, but I've been to Chicago like maybe like 8 times in my whole life. I went for a trip for Spanish class in high school. I went with my son's dad a couple years ago. I used to go with my aunt because she had people that she knew that lived in Chicago, and we actually stayed with them for a little while. So that was fun. That was the majority of the time I spent in Chicago. That was like with my aunt. We only did like certain things, like we did the art museum because she knows that I love to draw and paint. And just, I think we did the Brookfield Zoo, Shedd Aquarium. I haven't been to the Shedd Aquarium in like 10 plus years. I really want to take my kids at some point. But I don't know like when. Sorry guys, I'm trying to vlog and drive. It looks like they have all of the streets over here blocked off. So we might actually be late to physical therapy. I don't know. Like traffic's stopped right now, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we haven't really done a lot in Chicago. And so when we go, other than Navy Pier, which I haven't been on since I was a little kid, like I just don't know what else we could possibly do. So we're trying to get it figured out before we go. That way we're not there in Chicago and then like just sitting like logs like, what do we do? We have a whole 24 hours away from our kids and we're in a whole new, like we're in a whole different city. Like, what do we do? I don't want that to be us. So suggestions would be greatly appreciated. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. It was basically just me talking and driving. I know a lot of my videos have been me talking and driving. It's just hard with the kids, but I really, really, really am trying to get some different content up, whether it be like, wow, this car cut me off. Whether it be like makeup related or just something different, like, or maybe even me just vlogging like a shopping trip, like, I don't know, something that I don't normally do. So yeah, and I just spaced again. This is what happens when you drive and you vlog. You space and you focus. You're more focused on your driving, that you're just not thinking about anything else. So that's why I'm ending the video here, because I'm like totally distracted. Like, I'm not even paying attention. But yeah, so I think my next video that I'm gonna upload will probably be me showing you guys the shoes I find for the wedding, and maybe just like some other little things. I don't know, we'll see. Or it may just me be like, I might just wait and then like do like a wedding day video. I've been seeing a lot of those on YouTube, and I thought maybe it would be kind of cool to do a wedding video. So I guess you'll just have to wait and see, everyone. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Always, you know, leave suggestions for me below, because I love suggestions for different things. I want to keep the channel interesting, and I want to keep building with my subscribers. So I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.